Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to an extended PhilosoFriday. Today, I'm just going to read through the first three short paragraphs of an essay that I wrote a few weeks ago called Meditations on Perception, that was inspired by a quote by Wittgenstein. He said, "We find certain things we see puzzling because we don't find the business of seeing puzzling enough." So he didn't really go on to explain that quote. He just moved on quickly to the next idea, and that's really how Wittgenstein writes. It's kind of frustrating, but it also inspires basically unlimited range of thought about that topic. He just had so many ideas. He didn't have time to explain them. You know what I mean? So he would have to just say the idea and then move on quickly. And then if he were to explain it, it would contain a bunch of other original ideas, which he would also have to explain if you wanted a full logical picture of what the hell it was he was saying. So anyway, that's actually why I like Wittgenstein, because he's so fucking complicated. And he really leaves it up to you to figure out what the hell he's saying and whether or not it's true, you know? So anyway, yeah, his meditations on perception, I almost like call this a Wittgenstein piece, even though I wrote it, you know, because like everything that came to mind came through that one quote. It's weird. Anyway, so he's talking about human perception, how we find objects, things in our visual field to be puzzling because we don't understand how it is that we're seeing it, perceiving it, and making sense of it on a subconscious level. But I go on to explain some of this. So, vision affords us a picture of reality. It needs no context or explanation unless our goal is to understand it. For most things, we merely see, and we don't understand them. We so often take what we see at face value, or the opposite, infer something from it that is not there, based on conditioned expectations. Since we all possess different modes of perception and judgment, that would be different personalities, and have different conditioning, there are unlimited interpretations of every picture. So no one else has your experience. No one else has your exact way of seeing things, regardless of your experience. Everybody has their own way of processing things. And that's why I'm interested in personality. Check my website for a consultation on a unique personality reading. Anyway, more on that later. To say that what is in our visual frame is the basis of our understanding, a full picture would be necessary. That is, all of what came before, what is happening now, both in and out of frame, and what is to come. So you'd have to see everything all at once. This is impossible. Our visual field would be overloaded if we had access to everything all at once. It is rather the nature of human perception to filter all sense data. Filter it. And extract only what is relevant to the current intention based on the knowledge and awareness of those subjects present. So you have to know what you're looking at. You have to have an intention behind looking at it. And you have to have some mechanism for filtering out everything that is not relevant to your intention. You know? We do not, conversely, see all that is present and then construct a viewpoint on that basis. There will be very little construction, if any at all. So that's just a little bit on my thoughts about how human perception works, that we filter through things. It's not that we take what is there and construct our reality. That's crazy. That means that we can just build whatever we want from the bottom up. No, we are born with certain modes of perception and judgment. And our tool, our sort of truth-seeking tool, is to filter through all of the unnecessary information, which, by the way, will be 99% of it. If we had everything relevant to that thing, to that intention, everything that came before, is present now and will be to come that is in any way relevant to our task at hand, that means we would have to know everything in the universe all at once, and our brains would fucking explode. So that's just not how reality is. We do not live in a social constructionist reality. But the difference is that we still have free will. We still filter through that information. We can sharpen our filtering tools, our perceptual tools. Really, a lot of that can come through studying philosophy, logic, and how to argue, but also being spiritually in tune, and being on a conscious spiritual journey will allow you to decide for yourself at the end of the day what is meaningful, what is true, what is good. And if you're truly in tune with that, then it does turn out, I think, that we end up coming to lots of the same conclusions about that at the end of the day anyway. So, those are my thoughts on meditations. My meditations on perception, why social constructionism is wrong, and also why Wittgenstein is like awesome. All right, see you guys in the next Philosophy Friday. Cheers.